What's up guys, it's Shy. Welcome back to Bisous Beauty. Today's video is going to be the first of a new segment on my channel by the name of Beauty by Bisous. So this is going to be a segment dedicated to makeup, everything and anything makeup related. So I thought it would only be befitting to go ahead and start this new segment off hitting all of the basic how-tos for all of my new makeup wearers. Starting off this segment with today's video, which is going to be dedicated to our highlight and contour routine. So now that we got the basics out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about products, tools, and basically how to go ahead and apply each of these things. Alright, so before we jump into the actual application of these makeup products, I want to talk about the most important thing, in my opinion, which is skincare. You want to make sure that you're tending to your skin, you're keeping it clean, you're keeping it in the most pleasant state possible so that when you are applying this makeup on top of it, you're not getting this really rough finished product. To start off, I definitely like to cleanse my skin. For that, you can use, I like to use witch hazel. You can also use any sort of facial cleanser, baby wipes, whatever you feel is best suited for your skin. So after I've cleaned my face, I like to move into a moisturizer. So my favorite as of lately has been this one here, and this is the Clinique Prep Start. I believe this actually retails for about $20 or a little bit over $20 at Sephora. For a moisturizer that's a bit more cost friendly, I like to reach for my e.l.f. Daily Moisturizer, and this is what it looks like here. It's a bit dirty and a little bit empty. So you can see I definitely get use out of this. Alright, so after I've cleansed my skin and moisturized it, I like to move into my primer. This is probably one of my oldest primers, and this is by Tarte. I do not recommend this for oil-based girls. If I use this, I'll place it normally just on like the outer parts of my skin. Nowhere in my T-zone do I use this thing. It's silicone-based, and silicone and oil, they don't work well. Like, they clash. For more of an affordable choice, and I actually really love this product. Like, I love it. I genuinely love it. This is the Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. This is a drugstore product, and I believe I got it for probably around, I don't know, like anywhere between $6 to $10, I would say. I am going to go a step further and talk about what I like to do in order to minimize my creasing, as well as to kind of just fill in any of those fine lines. So in order to fill in my fine lines around my smile area, as well as right beneath my eyes, I like to go in with this Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Now yes, this is a primer for eyeshadow, but I don't know why this thing works magic. It works magic in any area with fine lines. Now for my oily girls, to have your foundation lasting as long as possible, I like to go ahead and set my skin prior to putting on any sort of products. I like to set my skin with either my Benign Banana Powder, or I'll go in with the Airspun. The Airspun is a bit more affordable. I believe it retails for about $7 or $5, one of the two. And the Ben 9, I think this size was about $20, I want to say. Now that I have basically finished with the base, I'm going to move on to the makeup application. So starting off, I'm going to be going in with my foundation. I've been really enjoying this BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation. This is the Naturally Flawless Foundation. This one retails for about $9. So in the BH Cosmetics, I am Golden Toffee, and in NARS, I am Medium Dark 1. So for the application today, I'm going to be using this brush here by BH Cosmetics. This is the foundation brush in 2. It's just a flat top brush. It's a little bit dirty, so disregard. Now that I have already finished with my foundation application, I'm actually going to be moving into my contour. Now this is something that I just recently started doing, so I'm still working out the kinks, but I don't know, I like the effect that I get from doing it this way. So normally I would go ahead and just highlight now, but I'm going to actually do it reverse, and I'm going to contour first. So for contouring, there are definitely a couple different routes that you can take, one being powder and the second being cream. An example of both of these are actually going to be drugstore, and the first one is this one right here. This is by, I believe it's by Wet n Wild. Yes, it's by Wet n Wild, and it's their makeup stick, contour makeup stick. This is in the shade Call Me Maple. I really like this thing. It's really creamy, really easy to apply, and this I want to say retails for about $1 and some change, or maybe $2. The only downside to this stick here, you can see I've gotten a lot of use out of it, but the only downside to this product here is that their shade range pretty much sucks. Like I believe this is probably the deepest color that they carry in their contour sticks, so you gotta do better with Wow. But the formulation on this thing is amazing. This is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. This is what the outside looks like. I put my like concealer on this, and sorry for the color, but this is pretty much what that looks like. It comes with two different highlighting shades. These are all powder based highlight and contours. So it comes with 2 different highlighting shades and then 2 illuminators on the side. And then at the bottom you have a nice range of browns. To blend this out, I'm gonna be using yet another brush, and this is number 5 by BH Cosmetics. And it's just this like domed tip brush. You always wanna kinda go up and back, up and back. That way you're not dragging it downwards. Are the most infamous ones here on YouTube, which is going to be the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I do use 2 of these. One is pretty much my natural shade, which is medium beige, and then I like to use Porcelain for my highlight. The Porcelain is super light, like super freaking light for my skin tone, but after I've set it with like a skin tone loose powder or just pressed powder, it normally kind of is brings everything back together. So another concealer that I actually really like is this one here by MAC. This is the Pro Longwear Concealer. But when I say I've never had an issue with any MAC product, and for the most part all of their makeup is like medium to full coverage, like, and that's the type of girl I am. Like, I like as much coverage as I could possibly get. I've never had an issue with this, and the color payoff has always been really good. I definitely recommend the Pro Longwear Concealer. So I like to use my darker concealer above my eyebrows, and I also like to use it as a base for my lighter concealer. So I don't know, this kind of gives me the coverage that I really like, and then this gives me that like that oomph that I really like. Layering them together just gives you magic. So I'm gonna start off with the skin tone based one. Alright, so next we're going to be moving into setting. Like, setting is very important. It's one of the most essential parts to your makeup routine, because all of your hard work will definitely go to waste if you do not set your makeup. So now I'm looking a bit ghostly, and we're going to definitely solve that problem. So to start off with, I enjoy setting my entire face with a skin tone based pressed powder. The one that I enjoy using is this one here. This is by MAC, and this is just in the shade medium tan. It's the Mineralized Skin Finished. Take just any fluffy brush. I like to use any blush brushes. This right here is a foundation brush. I'm going to take that. Just for like conveniency, I'm going to be using the banana powder shade in my contour palette. With that same brush, I'm just dusting the areas that I've highlighted. And with this angled brush here by BH Cosmetics, this is in the number 3. With the same palette, I'm going to be using this as kind of 2 things. It's another contouring shade, so yes, I'm going to go in with another contour, but also because of how light and brown it is, I'm going to use it as a bronzer. The goal of your contour is to kind of give it more of this like graduated effect. I would say the shape that you're aiming for is like a 90-degree triangle, if that makes sense. So now that I'm done with setting, highlighting, and contouring, I'm going to move into the accents that kind of make your face what it is. So when I reference accents, I'm pretty much talking about any blushes and illuminators. So for an example of a blush, my go-to is pretty much this one here. And this is just a blush by the brand Flower. It is a drugstore brand. It's by Drew Barrymore. And I believe this is in the shade Coral Cove, I want to say. This is pretty much my go-to for any clients really. I've had pale, dark skin, medium skin. Pretty much this shade is really flattering on just about any skin tone. So I highly recommend it. It's pretty much like an everyday just pop of color to kind of give you more of like a natural, healthy glow. I'm going to be taking a BH Cosmetics brush again. This is number 1. I really like this because of the placement. Like, it's a really fluffy brush, but because of the shape of it, it allows you control over exactly where you want to place your product. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to start off at the back and work it into my cheek. Like so. And that just gives you kind of like a nice, healthy pop of color. And so next I'm going to be moving into my illuminator. This is my favorite part of my makeup. I think this is every girl's favorite part of their makeup. You just want to glow. You want to shine bright like a diamond. So first and foremost, this is probably one of my very first illuminators that I ever purchased. It's by Laura Mercier. The packaging is kind of damaged now, so forgive me. But this is what it looks like. I've definitely given it a whole lot of love. This is definitely one of those more buildable, subtle sort of illuminators. And then my most recent purchase in regards to illuminator is this palette here. And this is the Lime Crime Blossoms highlighting palette. It comes with 3 different shades. And that goes from sunset to lavender to warm gold. You can definitely see the color payoff on this. So if you're not a fan of a shade that's kind of pink or lavender or whatever, this palette here is not for you. I'm going in with another BH Cosmetics brush. This is the number 4 brush, and it's this domed, like fluffy brush. I'm going to be starting off right underneath my brow bone, just to give it a bit of a highlight. And then I'm going right on top of my blush. And you can see where I'm stopping. I'm stopping right here. Now some people like to drag theirs down, but I have this like cut like right here. It's just like embedded in my skin, I don't know. So I don't like to go past that because it gives like a really weird sort of a look. So I'm gonna go right here and then connect the two, like so. So on the other side, right underneath my brow bone, and then right on top of the blush, and connect it. I like to highlight the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and then my Cupid's bow as well. And with my fingers, I kind of just like to press that in to kind of allow it to melt into my skin, give it more of a natural feel. Alright, so lastly, all I did was go in with some setting spray, and this is just the Sephora Beauty Amplifier setting spray. My absolute favorite has to be the Studio Fix Fluid by MAC. I believe this one here from Sephora cost about $16, and the one from MAC I want to say is about $20 if they haven't raised the price. They may have, I'm not certain. But that is pretty much it. This is the finished look from my highlight and contour routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got some nifty little tricks and tips from this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I was thinking possibly like a eyeliner routine or a updated eyebrow routine. I don't know. Whatever y'all want to see, just let me know. Leave it down in the comments. But please remember to subscribe if you are new to my channel, as well as hit that thumbs up button if you found this video to be somewhat helpful in any way. Thank you guys again for watching, Mwah. And Bisous, my beauties.